Well, tonight it's Pac-12 volleyball, and it's the Washington State University Cougars getting set to take on the Arizona Wildcats. Stephen Enoch with you here on a Friday night as we get things going from Bowler Gymnasium. And for the Washington State University Cougars, they're right in the mix, as is Arizona for that matter, in the Pac-12 conference. As we get ready for the 14-9 Wildcats to take on the 21st-ranked Washington State Cougars, who are 14-8. And as you can see, it is a crowded top half of the Pac-12 conference standings. The Cougars come in tied for third with Utah. They are 8-4 in the conference, just 2 games behind UCLA, 1 game behind the Washington Huskies, and tied with Utah. And as you see, the top 6 teams in the conference, all in the top 25. Arizona just outside of that top 6, and they are 6-6 in Pac-12 action. Enoch, one of the big reasons why these teams have had such success and why the Cougars are on the top half of the conference is because of what happened the last time these two teams played.
Exactly, Steve. Last time they played was on October 10th when WSU Cougars went down to Arizona to play the Wildcats. And it was a clean sweep for WSU Cougars. They won 3-0. They won the sets. And the first set was a 25-18, the second 25-20, and the third set 25-20. And from those games, you had the best, the highest number of kills from the game was from Piatima. And she's definitely one of the key players for today for us to watch. You can see her from her stats today so far this season. She's had 215 kills and 25 aces. And then from the defense, we have Magda Jalarova also. She's got 110 blocks and 50 digs. And for the opponent team, that's for the Arizona Wildcats. They've got Sofia Maldonado Diaz. She's got 262 kills so far this season with 28 aces. And Zeona Fellows, she's got 70 blocks and 20 digs so far. So it's going to be a very, very good game for us to watch.
Yeah, even though the Cougars took them 3 straight in Tucson, part of what was a 4-0 start to the conference mark, the Cougars and the Arizona Wildcats getting set for what will be starting lineups here as we get you ready for Pac-12 volleyball. Again, the Cougars taking on the Arizona schools as we're into the second half of Pac-12 action. And the 21st ranked Cougars, 14-8 on the season, taking on the Wildcats, who come in 14-9. And it's coming up next from Bowler Gymnasium. Back here to Pullman, Washington, starting the lineups being introduced. The Cougars making their way out. There is Pia Timmer making her way out. She will start as one of the outside hitters for Washington State. The other will be Penny Tusa, the 50-year player. Starting center is Hannah Fucas, the redshirt junior out of Tacoma, Washington. Meanwhile, your middles, Kalia Williams and Magda Yahalasheva. Starting in the back row for Washington State, Julia Norville. And your starting libero will be Carly Basham. Meanwhile, for the Arizona Wildcats on the opposite side of the net, outside hitter Sofia Maldonado Diaz, one of their leading attackers that we'll be watching all match long, to be honest with you. She is, again, one of the better attackers in the conference. Emery Herman's your starting center for the Wildcats, a sophomore out of Georgetown, Texas. Right side hitter is Puck Stilly, as she is the right side hitter. Kamaili Hiapo, the libero for the Arizona Wildcats. Jalen Hodge, another outside hitter. Merle Veet, and also Ziana Fellows. They are your middles as well. And one of the more successful coaches in the history of the Pac-12 Conference, David Rubio, the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, now in his 30th season, while Washington State coached by Jen Greeny, associate head coach Burdette Greeny, and Shannon Hunt. Can you imagine coaching volleyball for 30 straight seasons?
Wow, I can't believe that. That's older than me. She's been in the volleyball business as a coach longer than I've been in this world. That's so amazing.
Yeah, he is knocking on the door of being the top 10 as far as active winningest coaches in conference history, and has done such a great job in Tucson over the decades. And Jen Greeny, of course, has not done bad here in Pullman either, trying to get the Cougars to a 6th straight NCAA tournament, and certainly again ranked 21st in the country, looking like they might be prepared to do that. You got 2 things here, Enoch. One, Washington State took care of Arizona in Tucson.
Yep.
Washington State's going to come in with some confidence. Arizona's going to want to come in and try and turn that around.
Exactly. Arizona want to do a better game than they did when they were back home. And unfortunately, being on the Bowler Gym today is going to be a tougher game for them as they're away. They have to go against this crowd.
It is Hiapo who will get the opening serve for Arizona, and we are underway from Bowler Gymnasium in Pullman, and Pia Timmer, the first kill of the night on the first attack of the night. And with that, the junior from Germany, who is 4th in the conference in kills per set, already puts the Cougars up 1.
Exactly, she's leading the team again. Once, like just as she's leading the team for the number for offense stats, she's starting the game with the first point of the day.
Basham with the serve, good one. They get it to the outside, and that'll be a kill on the opposite side of things, and that will be Arizona's leading attacker, Sofia Maldonado-Diaz, to even things up at 1 apiece.
So it seems like both of the top players and both teams on the offense, they're the ones leading right now, scoring both points for the teams.
Both real quickly on the board, and it's now 1 apiece here as the set will this time go to Magda Yahalasheva, dug out across the net and on the overpass. The Cougars will play it. Here's a tip this time from Pia Timmer. So we saw her with the full swing on the first one. That time a little tip just to keep him a little off balance.
Exactly, that was a trick play because they were probably expecting a spike, but she just tipped it and it threw the opponents off balance.
You got to make sure that you keep those blockers up front of the net off balance. And Pia, again, showing you she can do it in a variety of different ways. 2 kills early and a 2-1 Washington State lead. Pukas goes up the line for the serve. There's a tip from the back row, and there is Magda Yahalasheva, the leading blocker in the Pac-12 Conference. And that becomes her 71st solo block, already 5th all-time in Cougar history.
That was a good block. She was able to turn that attack against the University of Arizona.
So 3-1 Washington State. Another great serve that time by the Cougs and Hannah Pukas. But the Wildcats get it to the right side, and that one will be put away. And the Wildcats will get the side out as they crawl to within 1. Again, just getting things started. Cougars come in tied with Utah for 3rd place in the conference, 2 games behind UCLA. And oh, by the way, UCLA and Utah playing tonight.
That's true. That's a very, very important game. That's going to decide. And if WSU ends up winning this game, it puts them straight to 2nd place.
Yeah, you could either move ahead of Utah if you win and Utah loses. If UCLA loses, well, then you gain a game on 1st place.
Exactly.
So it's a compact top half of the standings, and both these teams are there. And there was an ace from Pia Timmer. Boy, we have only played a matter of minutes in Bowler, and Pia Timmer already making the impact. 2 kills, and now the first ace of the match.
Exactly. She's showing that offensive dominance once again for the team.
5-2, Cougars on top here in the opening set. This time the serve played cleanly, set to the outside. There was a block at the net by the freshman Katie Ryan. Now from the back row, it's tipped over, or hit over, and tipped at the net, and then Basham dug it out. Now the set to the outside for a tip from Arizona. Pukas to the outside for Penny Tusa, blocked back by Arizona, covered though by the Cougars. And now Timmer from the back row.
This seems to be the longest rally of the game so far.
No doubt. And then a ball that bounces off the net and ends up just wide for the Wildcats. And it's a 6-2 Washington State lead. And David Rubio wants an early timeout here in Pullman. So we will step aside. Again, just getting things started. But the 21st ranked Cougars off to a good start. It's Washington State 6. 6-2 Washington State with the early lead here. Opening set action. Already a couple of kills for Pia Timmer. Also an ace for Washington State and a good start for the Cougars.
Exactly. Pia Timmer is she's had a very good start to this first set. She has a hit percentage of 667 right now. That's very good.
Couple of kills and 3 swings to go along with that ace. 3 early points for the junior from Germany. And there will be ace number 2 of the night. So one of the top 10 servers in the conference in aces per set. And the leading server for Washington State already with 2 aces.
And that adds to the number of aces she's had so far this season to make it to 27.
She is having herself a heck of a year at the service line. Heck of a year in general, but that one is going to miss just a little bit long. But already Pia responsible for 4 of the 7 points for Washington State with 2 kills and a couple of aces. And the Cougars up by 4, 7-3 here in the early going.
Once again, she's asserting her dominance to the attacking force of WSU today.
Lisa Caraccio has subbed in. She will serve for the Wildcats. Pukas to the right side this time for Magda Yahalasheva. And man, she dropped the hammer on that one. And Arizona tried to dig it out, but could not get off a clean pass. And that time, Magda over on the right side of the net puts it away for a kill for Washington State.
And that's Magda's first kill of the night. Let's see what she's going to do today.
They thought maybe she's going to go cross-court with it. Caraccio did her best, but couldn't get off a clean pass, and it's 8-3 in favor of the Cougars, and now Magda serving. This time from the middle, Dietz sends it over, but the Cougars play it. Now from the right side, it's Katie Ryan, but that one's going to miss long, and on the attacking error, a point to Arizona, and that will be an attacking error for Washington State, their first of this opening set.
Hopefully they can keep that level, that score down, so they could. That's probably going to help them winning the game if they can have a very low attacking error.
8-4 Washington State, and that one did not even make it to the net off the right hand of Emery Herman, so a service error. And now Julia Norville will check into the contest as she will head to the service line with the Cougars up 9-4. Kalia Williams up in the front along with Pukas and Tusa. And now Julia with her first serve of the night. That'll go up the sideline. Overpass, and Hannah Pukas will climb the ladder and put it away for Washington State. Hannah says, I can take care of those overpasses too.
That was the first kill of the night, and she did that perfectly. That was a perfect hit.
She was talking with Kalia Williams because Kalia had a couple of those last Sunday to wrap up the match against USC. And then you see Hannah Pukas get the first overpass of the night, and there's another attacking error from Arizona. And right now, the Wildcats in a little bit of trouble here in the opening set as the Cougars have raced out to an 11-4 lead.
Yeah, it seems like they need to get around the attacking errors as now their hit percentage is on the minus.
So it'll be Julia Norville again at the service line for the Cougars. Has been there already for a couple of points, a 3-0 Cougar run, and that one looking for the sideline, but missing it just a little bit wide. And of course, when you serve big, sometimes you're going to miss a time or two, and that'll become the second service error for Washington State. 11-5, and now it'll be a serve up coming from Jalen Hodge. The set this time to Kalia Williams, and a block this time at the net, and getting to that one is going to be Marley Veit as she comes up with the block for Arizona.
That was a very, very good block from her. She was able to read the play from WSU, and she was able to block for her team to get the point.
So the junior from Offenburg, Germany, makes it back-to-back points for Arizona. Now Tusa tries it, and another block. Veit there again, and teaming up that time with Stuba over on the right side of the net as they look at it. And it's now 3 straight points for the Wildcats, so Arizona having their best momentum here of the opening set.
Yes, they've been able to come back from the break, looking sharper than they started the game.
Here's the set to the right side for Kalia Williams, dug out by the Wildcats. There's a swing that Basham will get to. And out from the back row, it's Timmer, but another block from the Wildcats, and this time going up to get it for Arizona is going to be Sofia Maldonado Diaz. So all of a sudden, after an 11-4 lead for Washington State, 4 straight points for the Wildcats, and they're crawling back into this one in the opening set. Pukas to the outside for Kalia Williams from the left, and she will put that one away. And that'll be a kill for Kalia Williams.
And that was Kalia Williams' first kill of the night. So let's see whether that was been able to break the run that Arizona was started when they came back from break.
Sub now for Arizona. By the way, with that kill, the 4th assist of the night for Hannah Pukas. She has now tied Callie Surplus for 8th all-time in Cougar history, the junior out of Tacoma, Washington.
What a fantastic record.
Here's Penny Tusa with her serve. Set to the outside. Basham there to dig it out. Now it's Kalia Williams from the right side on the slide, but that'll end up in the net and the side out to Arizona.
Yeah, you see what she was trying to do there, but she just didn't work out perfectly for her.
So 12-9, Washington State with the lead. Here in the early going, the Cougs have committed some attacking errors of their own. They've now got 5 kills and 5 attacking errors. There's a good serve by Arizona. They will set up for Pia Timmer. That one touched at the net, and Pia Timmer will pick up her 3rd kill. The tough thing for Arizona, and give them credit with that 4-point run, they are back in this opening set, but you spend so much time trying to catch up and then to try and get over the mountain. It's awfully tough when you fall behind by that 7-point deficit early.
Exactly, because once the Cougars start getting their game back, he's just going to try to extend the gap, and there's going to be a heavier mountain for Arizona to try to climb.
Ball pinballs around a bit, then a tip from Tusa from the back, but dug out across the net. Now Timmer trying to go up the line, and she will get that one off a Wildcat and out of bounds. So Pia Timmer, who continues to rack up about 4 kills per set. Well, here we are at 14-9, and already she's got 4 kills in the opening
Seems
set.
like he's trying to beat that average point.
Basham with the serve. Now to the middle, punched across. Tusa got a hand on it, but that is all. A well-placed punch across that time from Fellows. And Arizona will get the point back on a side out.
Seems like Tusa and Basham got a bit confused at who was going to get to the ball first.
14-10, Washington State with the lead, and now the serve back to Arizona. Pukas for a Pia Timmer tip. Arizona keeps it off the deck, and from the back row it's sent across. Now set to the right from Magda, touched at the net by Arizona. Hiapo will play it, now on to the attack was Emery Harmon. Meanwhile, the Cougars trying to keep it alive as it was dug out momentarily by Julia Norville, but the setter that time going on the offensive, and Emery Harmon, the sophomore out of Georgetown, Texas, puts it away for Arizona.
Arizona is back in the game with 14-11.
So Stubba will continue at the service line. Here's the set for Pia Timmer. That will be another kill for the junior from Germany. Make it 5 for her now, and the Cougars are the first to 15.
Yeah, she's so far right now, she's gone above the average number of kills she has per set at number 5 right now.
Yeah, she is in fine form as of late for Washington State in conference action. Here comes Pukas now, the southpaw at the service line. That one will miss as she efforts it up the line, and for the Cougars, that'll become their 3rd service error. So they've got what is 3 service errors so far, but also for the Cougs, they've got the aces so far to go along with it, a couple of aces. Meanwhile, Arizona, a couple service errors and looking for their first ace. Tusa to play that difficult serve. Sets it up for Pia Timmer, and man, oh man, Pia Timmer is having one of those sets. Already a half a dozen kills.
That's fantastic. In fact, that's 16 points.
Just jumped right into this match.
Exactly, 6 kills already just in the first few. So that's wonderful.
6 kills and only 9 swings. The one attacking error, so she's hitting .556. There's a block from Yahalasheva on the attempt from the Wildcats, and there's another block from Magda. Arizona will clear the net, though. Free ball for Washington State. Magda this time on the attack, dug out by Herman. Now from the left-hand side, hit over by Hodge. Dug out by the Cougars this time. Pukas with the quick fire attack on the dump, and Hannah Pukas will get the point for Washington State.
That was a sneak play. She was able to tip it over the net while the Arizona Wildcats were expecting a spike.
Mention that she's now up to 8th all-time in assists in Cougar history, and you can tell that Hannah Pukas, one of the leaders on this team, doing a great job of directing the Cougar offense. 17-12 Washington State as we'll step aside from Coleman. Opening set, the Cougars lead by 5 inside boards. Well, 17-12, Washington State with the early advantage. At one time, it was 5 kills, 5 attacking errors, but now 5 kills without an error for Washington State, and you've seen that lead once again grow for the Cougars.
Exactly. They're able to stay clinical throughout the start of between the last break and coming back, and now let's see whether they could do that for this next round.
6 kills for Timmer after the timeout. She puts one in the net, so a service error there. Cougs with their 4th service error early on, but again, Pia Timmer running the offense so far with 6 kills. When it comes to blocks, the Cougars have outblocked the Wildcats. Well, actually check that. The Wildcats have outblocked the Cougars 3-1. They have just the 1 block, but it's the hitting percentage that favors Washington State here in the opening set.
Yeah, they've got a 80 percentage of 208 compared to Arizona's of 56. So Arizona need to do better in trying to prevent any more attacking errors.
Katie Ryan from the right side. You see her find the back line, the freshman out of Rathdrum, to make it 18-13 in favor of the Cougars as Katie Ryan with her opening kill of the match. Difficult serve, joust at the net, comes to the Cougar side. Once again, it's Katie Ryan, this time going up the line, but Hiapo digs it out. And now a ball that will be hit wide by Jalen Hodge. And on that attacking error, the Cougars' lead grows out to a half a dozen.
Seems like the ball was coming straight for you.
I'm glad it didn't. Although it didn't have as much zip, I think I could have handled it. I haven't warmed up yet, though, tonight.
Yeah.
Cougs up by 6, led by 7 early, and now they're going to have a 7-point lead again as Magda Yahalasheva will pick up her first ace of the night, so that'll join the 2 from Pia Timmer earlier in the set, and the Cougars have matched their biggest lead after scoring 3 straight. The lead's out to 20-13. There's another good serve, sends the Wildcats scrambling, so free ball for Washington State. Set to the right for a Katie Ryan tip as that set a little off of where Katie wanted it. There's a good set outside the Hodge, but it's blocked back. Now a back row tip from Arizona that Magda comes up to play. Kalia Williams knocks it across. Now the set comes outside for Hodge, and that one misses long. So the Cougars kept the play going, and ultimately an attacking air, and with no timeouts remaining, instead David Rubio is going to go to his bench, and he's going to bring in a substitution, and into the game is going to come Dilara Gidacola as she will make her way into the contest. There's the set to the right. There to play it will be Timmer. Set this time for Kalia Williams. Dug out across the net and again out of bounds. So another kill for Washington State. And it's now 5 in a row for the Cougars.
Seems like Arizona came back from the break a bit cold because now they've been making some errors. And the WSU Cougars have been able to get a 5-0 scoring run.
Well, 7 kills now in succession without an attacking error. Up to 12 now in the opening set for the Cougars. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they just can't find the rhythm as of late. Make it 6 in a row. Well, the Cougars have upped their attacking percentage to .241. The Wildcats are in negative numbers. They're at minus .080.
Seems like they have to bring their way out from this right now, or else they're going to lose this first set to Washington State Cougars.
Sophia Maldonado Diaz will delay what seems to be the inevitable for just a bit as she gets the side out and the point for Arizona. That will snap a 6-0 run for the Cougars where they built their lead out to double digits.
And that's Maldonado Diaz's second kill of the night.
Now Pukas setting for Pia Timmer in the back, looking for the back row but couldn't find it. So a second straight point for the Wildcats as they get to 15, but the Cougars still in control early here in the opening set, leading 23-15. Next serve from Herman is going to be long, and on the service error, the Cougars have arrived at set point. Julia Norville will check in as she will try and finish things off here for the Cougars in set number 1.
It's where she could get our first ace of the night.
Julia taking a little bit of time here on set point. Now her serve. Rockets to the Wildcats. Set from Hiapa to the outside, and that'll be a kill for Arizona, saying a touch to Cougar on the way by. So that'll go to Puck Stubba as she will pick up the kill. And a point to the Wildcats, making it now 24-16.
Now they're back to, they're out of having negative numbers.
That one's long, and with it, the opening set will go to Washington State on what is a service error from the Wildcats. So the Cougars got off to a great start, 11-4. Arizona closed the gap some to get to within 3. But Washington State, thanks in large part to a big 6-0 run, they open up this match with a 25-16 win in the opening set here in Poland as we get ready for set number 2, which is yours when we head back to Poland in just a bit. Well, set number 1 in the books. The Washington State University Cougars end up taking the opening set 25-16. The Cougars getting a lot done in that opening set, including 12 kills and also 3 aces, as again, set number 1 to the Cougars, 25-16, Enoch.
Yeah, one thing that really helped them was just how good Pia Timmer was, and that was just one of the things that helped her. She had the 400 percentage, and that's very, very high, making 6 kills in the entire first set, and that really, really helped Washington State in getting that win.
Yeah, not often do you see 6 kills in a set, and even less often do you see 8 points in a set. You get the 6 plus the 2 when it comes to 2 service aces. Again, Cougars 8-4, tied for 3rd in the conference again, trying to make a 6th straight NCAA tournament, and certainly all the metrics when you look at 8-4 the conference, ranked 21st in the country. You obviously want to do as much as you can with your resume as long as you can until the regular season, but looking more and more likely like another NCAA tournament heading the way of Washington State. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they're kind of in that stage where they could get there if they get hot, or they could play themselves out of the NCAA tournament, and every time that they play one of these nationally ranked teams, a chance for them to try and put an important check mark in their favor when it comes to tournament time.
Yeah, but their first set wasn't really good. They had a hit percentage of 0, so hopefully they could start the second set coming with a better weight than they did first set.
Washington State out hitting Arizona 200-0 in that first set. Penny Tusa will lead off set number 2 with the serve. There's another attacking error from the Wildcats to get things started. That one from Sofia Maldonado-Diaz. So again, 12 kills, 6 attacking errors for Washington State in the match. Arizona 6 kills, and that becomes their 7th attacking error.
That means for the entire game so far, they're back in the negative when it comes to their hit percentage. Hopefully they could throw themselves out from this.
Well, they get that 7th kill on a set to the right side on their opposite hitter, Puck Stube, able to pick up the kill, and with that, it's now even at 1 apiece. So now it will end up back over to the Wildcats. And Kamali Hiapo with the serve. Now Timmer with another kill, and the amount of kills she has represents the number on her back.
That's true. She's got 7 kills, number 7.
So 7 on what's just the second point for Washington State in set number 2. And Carly Basham will take her turn at the service line, and they're going to whistle the Wildcats out of rotation. So our down referee, Brian Brink, over to talk to David Rubio about things. And now Hiapo is explaining to the referee the way she sees things. Meanwhile, Brian Brink, once again, seeming pretty certain that the Wildcats are out of rotation and it will stand. So a 3rd point for the Cougars on a freebie against the Wildcats, as again, they weren't lined up correctly for that serve.
I actually thought they were going to try to challenge that to maybe do a replay, but since that...
There's a set to the outside. Sofia Maldonado-Diaz with the kill. I think you can certainly question it from David Rubio. I don't think it falls into the guidelines of a challenge as far as the things that you can challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Now the referee, if you can talk him into it, can go over to the book and see the rotation. But like I said, Brian Brink was pretty certain he saw what he saw there.
Yep.
Here's the set to the right for Magda Halasheva, and the Wildcats momentarily keep it alive, but Magda's going to pick up the kill, and for her, she's going to get her 2nd kill to go along with a block earlier. And it's now 4-2 Washington State.
Magda Jalarova having a hit percentage of 3.33.
Anna Pukas now serving. Hiapo with the pass, set to the middle, and there's a block from Pia Timmer this time. We'll see if Magda gets any credit as well for the assist, but that was Pia Timmer jumping up at just the right time and closing it off and picking up a huge block for Washington State.
And that's our first block from the game, first block of the night.
And they're going to call it a solo block for Timmer, and I think rightly so. That was all her, so the point to the Cougars, and then a service error right after that. So a 5-3 score here. As again, Washington State took the opening set 25-16 here in Pullman, and now out to an early 5-3 lead in set number 2. Sofia Maldonado-Diaz to serve now for the Wildcats. Basham to play it. Here's the set to the middle of Katie Ryan, but blocked back that time by Fellows for the Arizona Wildcats. And we talked about her in the pregame, that she is one of the leaders for the Wildcats, especially defensively.
Yeah, exactly. Prior to the game, she had 70 blocks and 65 block assists with 20 digs. So she's been a real force for the Arizona team when it comes to their defense.
Meanwhile, no block that time on the slide over to the right stick. Magda Halasheva set up nicely by Hannah Pukas. And she is able to get that one in front of anybody for the Wildcats who could play it. So Magda with her 3rd kill behind only Pia Timmer when it comes to kills so far in this match. Timmer looking for her third ace and not quite able to get it because a nice job by the Wildcats to play it out of the net to keep things going. Meanwhile, as they set it to the outside, ending up in the net is the Arizona setter, Emery Herman, and on the net violation, a point to Washington State.
Now the score is 7-4. With Washington State was having the lead for the second set.
Serve now to come from Pia Timmer with the Cougars up by 3 here. Another great serve, and that one is our way and ends up just shy of us, but another ace for Pia Timmer, and that'll be Pia Timmer's third ace of the night.
Yep, Pia Timmer once again, she's showing attacking instinct in the game, doing with the kills and with the aces.
So a substitution coming in now for the Wildcats as they are going to bring in a substitution. Into the contest is going to come
Marlena Calais.
Julissa Caraccio, I believe. And we will double check on that. Oh, there's a 1 in front of that 5. There's another ace from Pia Timmer. She's going to pick up her 4th ace. And you were right that Ava Tortorello is the substitution that came in, but how about Pia Timmer? 2 aces in the opening set, and now 2 aces here. Pia Timmer doing a little bit of everything tonight. 7 kills, 4 aces. And the Cougs on a 4-0 run as David Rubio and the Wildcats call timeout. Washington State already up a set, and as we step aside in Pullman, they're off to a good start in set number 2 as well. The Cougars leading Arizona 9-4 in Buller Gymnasium, and we'll be back in just a bit. Well, 9-4 Washington State. We just saw the 4th ace from Pia Timmer. If you're with us, Maglia Halashva has had a good start to her second set as well, as she's up to 3 kills, but Pia not only with the 7 kills, but now make it a career-high 5 aces in this match.
Wow,
that's being cheered on from the sidelines. She had 4 in the marathon that was the 5-setter with the Huskies, but now a career-high 5 for Pia Timmer.
And she's had 3 so far in this set.
So Pia Timmer, 5 aces, 7 kills. Also was credited for that solo block, so 13 points already for the junior, and we're only at 10-4 in the second set. Another difficult serve. This time set to the right. Fellows on the slide, but it's dug out by Pukas. Now Tusa set for Washington State. Dug out by Hodges. They'll get it back to her, and this time put away by Jalen Hodge, and she will pick up the kill for Arizona to stop what was a 5-0 run for the Cougars. So Washington State jumped out to the early lead and then went on to a 25-16 victory in the opening set. Again, another early lead for the Cougars here in set number 2, and out to a 10-5 start.
Let's see whether the Arizona Wildcats could bring things around.
Now a service error from the Wildcats, so 7 aces for Washington State, with that last one from Pia Timmer to go on with 5 service errors. The Wildcats also 5 service errors, but they're still in search of their first ace of the night. Magda has one of the aces. She will serve this one across. Set to the middle, and Veit will get the kill for Arizona. So Marley Veit will pick up the kill for the Wildcats. Chipped in with a couple of blocks in the opening set, and now Veit will get into the kill column as well, as she'll pick up her first.
The Washington State Cougars have 7 service aces so far, and 5 of them have come from Pia Timmer.
Timmer going to play that one all the way to the back line as Tusa brings it back into play, and a free ball for the Wildcats. Set to the middle. Veit tries to dump it over, but Ryan got to it. Now Kalia Williams sends it back to the other side. From the right side, coming forward, and Puck Stube is going to pick up the kill for Arizona at the right side of the net.
And now Puck Stube has the highest number of kills so far for Arizona, making a 4th kill of the night.
And a pretty good match when the two teams played in Tucson. Again, the Cougars won it in 3 straight when they played in Tucson. Now Katie Ryan ends up with a kill up the sideline as that went off of Hiapo and into the first row across the way. And so the freshman getting the kill, and that one unable to keep it on the court for Hiapo, and it ends up being a Washington State point, making it now 12-7. Julia Norville now serving for the Cougars. Here comes the set to the outside. Stubba tries to keep it going. Norville tries to clear but cannot. And suicide out to Arizona. And the Cougars with a sweep not only over Arizona but also over Arizona State when they made their way to the Copper State. And they also swept Oregon and Oregon State for their first 4 matches of the road season in conference play. And now it is Hannah Puka showing some strength at the net. She'll win the joust for Washington State. Ends up being an overpass, and then right there are the Cougars, and it was Veit versus Pukas, and Pukas wins the joust.
And that's Pukas' first block of the night, too.
So 13-8, the Cougars on top. And the serve now belonging to Penny, too. So that's just long. She was vying to join the ace party here tonight, but instead will go down as a service error. Penny, of course, now into her 5th year for Washington State, climbing up all sorts of statistical categories. Overpass that is fellows trying to put it away, cannot, and then it is set for Kalia Williams, who puts it away. She'll have a little energy as she heads over to the sideline. Again, Kalia on the quick hitter from Hannah Pukas.
And that's Kalia Williams' 4th point of the night without serve, without ace, or without hit, sorry.
14-9, here comes the set to the outside, and a block there from Hannah Pukas and Magda Yahalasheva. Boy, on the celebration, Carly Basham comes in with some vigor on that one with Magda. And the Cougars have had some celebrations so far in this match. They won the opening set 25-16, and they're now up 15-9 as the 21st ranked Cougars so far having a good night in Pullman. And we'll be back to see if they go up 2-0 over Arizona in just a bit. Well, 15-9 Washington State after taking the opening set 25-16, and we know every point starts with the serving lock, and so far it's the Cougars that have had the better of the service line.
Exactly. The Cougars have 7 service aces so far, and the Arizona Wildcats haven't been able to get any service ace in the game.
So again, Cougars doing well on their serves. Again, committing some service errors, but right now 7 aces to go along with the 7 service errors. No aces, 5 service errors for Arizona. So again, if you are going to serve tough, you are going to commit some errors. The one thing Jen Greeny was telling me last weekend is you just want to make sure they're over the net. You don't want to put them into the net. And now Pia Timmer, who had a few aces but hadn't had a kill in a while, she takes care of that as she'll pick up her 8th kill as the set comes to her outside, and she is able to get it right in front of Hiapo for the point for the Cougars. 8 kills for Pia. Again, a career high 5 aces, so 13 points now for the junior. Timmer looking for another one, and will find it. Fellows got to it, but was unable to close the block and send it over the net. Instead, it caroms off and falls on the Arizona side. And so now back-to-back kills here for Pia Timmer.
Now she's just one kill away from having double digits for the night on the 2nd set.
Pukas to serve with the Cougs up 17-10. A little bit of a shorter serve that time, and then trying for the attack, Herman, and Pia Timmer there to slam the door shut. Pia Timmer is just doing everything tonight for the Cougars. 9 kills, 5 aces, and now you can make it a 2nd solo block for her. And she's got 16 points. And again, it's only 18-10 in the 2nd set. I mean, that number is huge for 3 sets, and she's got it before we've even come to the end of set number 2.
Now she's helped Washington State Cougars in this set to get a 3-0 run, which they just lost.
Arizona able to pick up a kill, so they will get the side out. Just to let you know the points when it comes to Washington State University history, when it comes to a single game, we will let you know where we are at for that as far as matches is concerned. But there's a service error from Arizona, and it's now 18, make it 19-11 Washington State. But Washington State again continuing to just have themselves a heck of a start to this match. And one of the big reasons why, the young lady at the service line, and that is Pia Timmer. And her serve is across. Here's the set to the back row, dug out that time by Hannah Pukas. Set up for Argentina. Has come in. Dug out though by the Wildcats, and Hodge with it, but Magda Halasheva and Katie Ryan there defensively for the Cougars. Now the Cougars starting to get a couple of blocks at the net.
Yeah, seems like that's been their strategy since they came back from the break. They've had up to, I think, 3 or 4 blocks so far, and that's been how they've been getting their points. Now with 20-11 lead.
By the way, 21.5 points for a 3-setter would put Pia into what would be the top 5 all time in a single match, and Pia Timmer has given the Cougars the 21st point. And oh, by the way, that goes down as another ace for her, as the Wildcats unable to clear the net in play, and so you can make it 6 aces now for Pia, and she is up now to 17 points in what is not even 2 sets of action. The all-time mark in 3 sets for points came from Megan Ganser when she scored 31.5 against Eastern Washington in a straight sets victory.
Wow. Do you think Pia's going to beat that?
Hard to imagine, but she's almost on pace for it. And there was another block from Magda Halasheva there. And with that, the Cougars have doubled up the Wildcats. It's now 22-11. We have seen runs with regularity, Enoch, of 4 points, 5 points, 6 points for Washington State. And it's another huge lead here for the Cougars, now up 22-11.
Yes, it's just right now you're beginning to wonder how it's going to take Arizona to get back into this game, being this far back, whether they could try to maybe win the set or something. Well, the way the set is going, it seems like Washington State is going to win the set.
Here's the set this time to the outside for Argentina, who goes cross court. Dug out that time by the Wildcats, and another block down, and there is Magda Halasheva. And how about a little bit of celebration for the new girl in Veronica Vodulia. Will get an assist on that block, I believe. And it's 23-11 as the Cougars are rolling here in the second set.
Now they're on a 5-0 scoring run with just two more points for them to win the set.
So 23-11, it's almost another ace for the Cougars, but they are able to clear the net, or the Wildcats, but Argentina will go across court and pick up the kill. By the way, for Vodulia, when we take a look at her, that was the first block in her Cougar career, going up with Magda Halasheva. I'm sure that's one she'll remember for a long, long time.
Definitely. And we just saw Argentina have our first kill of the night, too.
So set point here for Timmer. Again, it's now 6 in a row for Washington State, and that one is going to be a point for the Wildcats as they'll get the side out.
That's the 12th time that the ball is coming to us tonight.
You got a magnet somewhere in you? 24-12 is Washington State with the lead here. 25-16 in the opening set, trying to go up 2 sets to none. Here's the serve. Timmer will play it. Set to the right for Vodulia. That is going to go down as a kill for Vodulia. So the sophomore from Poland comes in and adds a couple of points for Washington State. And it's a match that has gone all Washington State's way. The opening set, 25-16. That was convincing. This one was all the Cougars, especially in the second half of the set. 25-12. Washington State wins set number 2, and the Cougar faithful inside Bowler Gymnasium on their feet with the fight song and enjoying the Cougars taking a 2-0 lead. Teams will head back to the locker room for a quick break, and then after we come back from break, we'll get you ready for set number 3. The Cougars, once again, looking for a sweep of the Arizona Wildcats. Well, we welcome you back here to Bowler Gymnasium. Again, Washington State up 2-0 on the Arizona Wildcats, 25-16 and 25-12. Let's now check in with our sideline reporter, Danica.
This exciting Pac-12 matchup has a lot of outstanding players that we're watching, but two players that we're really keeping an eye on this game are the outside hitter, or the opposite hitters on both sides of the nets. Wazoo's opposite hitter, Katie Ryan, and Arizona's opposite hitter, Puck Stubba, have proved to be dominant forces on their team, even with this being their first year in the program. Ryan is at 167 kills this season, which puts her fourth in kills on her team, while Stubba has 211 kills and is third for kills in the Wildcats. Both players have played nationally for their countries, Stubba with the Netherlands beach volleyball team for 6 years, and Ryan spent some time in the women's national training team. With postseason coming up, this game could be crucial for the Cougars to keep them in the top 4 rankings in the Pac-12.
Well, for Washington State and for Arizona, two young players there, Enoch, with two very talented players, and we've seen what Stubba can do already in this match.
Exactly. Puck Stubba is the one leading the Arizona State Wildcats tonight for the number of kills. She's had 5 kills in the night, and she's also had a block and 5 digs, and she's basically been the standout player for the team so far.
Again, Cougars up 2 sets to none to Pullman and looking for a sweep when we come back to Bullard Gymnasium. Well, Washington State swept the Arizona Wildcats in Tucson and then also swept the Arizona State Sun Devils before making their way to Tucson. First time that had happened in program history since 2016. Now trying to get this weekend off to a good start and trying to find yet another sweep against the Wildcats and trying to get that done here in set number 3.
Yeah, that's going to be perfect for them. If they end up winning this game in the clean sweep, it's going to help them get ready for the game on Sunday against Arizona State.
Well, the Cougars again off to a tremendous start. Again, Pia Timmer, 9 kills, a career high 6 aces, and a couple of solo blocks as well. So again, 17 points for her already here in this match. And we get set number 3 underway, and in a special start for the Arizona Wildcats, a service error, their 6th, and when you count up 9 attacking errors, 6 service errors, add in a blocking error, there's just been a lot of errors for the Wildcats, and with that, the Cougars at the service line with 7 aces. And again, not only that, but again, seeing what Pia Timmer's been able to do from the service line has been pretty impressive. There's Magda Halasheva set up in the middle this time, and she will put it away for Washington State. And it's a 2-0 Cougar lead.
Yep, that's Magda Jelerova's 4th kill of the night. She's second when it comes to the game with number of kills, right behind Pia Timmer's 9.
So Basham again to serve with the Cougars up 2-0. Here's the attempt to cross. Magda there at the net to send it back Arizona's way. Another attempt from Arizona. Another block from the Cougars. And now Sofia Maldonado-Diaz, dug out though by Basham, and now Pukas goes on the attack. Meanwhile, Arizona trying to get it across, but unable to do so. The youngster Stubba, and it's now 3-0 Washington State. Tough thing for Arizona, Enoch, as we've just seen them build themselves into some deep holes in each of these sets, and already behind now 3-0 here in the third.
Exactly, that's been their problem so far with each of the sets. They've been having so much errors, and that's been preventing them from having the momentum they need to try to build some points.
The serving from Washington State's been really good tonight. There was a block after the Wildcats tried to get it over. Another block from Washington State. And now to the net and sent over, but dug out by Pukas. Now Timmer comes forward, and a cross-court kill for Pia Timmer. And you can make it now 10 kills for Pia Timmer. She's the first of the match to double digits.
Yep, she's having a fantastic game so far, helping the team across board with the number of kills, with the service aces she's having, and with the blocks also.
So again, the Cougs, the first 4 points here in set number 3. The set to the right. Over it will go, but Julia Norville there to play it. Now Timmer one more time, and another kill for Pia. That's the other thing with Pia. It seems like tonight, whether it's kills or aces, they're coming in clumps for her.
Exactly, she's racking up the points, and right now WSU is leading, having a 5-0 scoring run at the start of the third set.
19 points already for Pia Timmer to go along with the 11 kills, 6 aces, and 2 solo blocks. Meanwhile, a nice job by the Wildcats to keep that one going, and they're on the board now here in the third set, but not before the Cougars scored the first 5, so it's 5-1 Washington State.
Yeah, that's Puck Stubba's first point for Arizona this set, and that's also Arizona's first point this set.
Here's the serve over. Set coming to the right from Magda Halasheva. Dug out by the Wildcats. Set to the middle for Veit this time. And they're going to say that the Wildcats are in the net. And so with the violation, a point to Washington State. So we continue on here from Bowler Gymnasium. Cougars again, 8-4 in the conference coming into this one. Meanwhile, for the Wildcats, right at 500 in the conference, and every match will mean a little bit something more for placement in the standings, where you could be seated in the tournament. Short serve there from Hannah Pukas. Set to the right, over it will go, but dug out by Katie Ryan. And now Timmer lining up another effort, but dug out by the Wildcats and hit across by Veit. Now Katie Ryan has it blocked back by Veit. Ryan will cover. Magda gets it through the block attempt, and she will pick up her 5th kill to go along with 5 blocks tonight.
Yeah, Magda is having a good game. She's rolling, coasting right behind Piatima when it comes to doing everything, but she's still showing how good she is on the defense with 5 blocks.
So Pukas to serve with the Cougs up 7-1. To the outside for Sofia Maldonado Diaz, and she will put that one away. She will pick up her 4th kill, and it's now 7-2 Washington State.
Washington State once again starting the set as good as they possibly can, having a 7-2 lead. And that's that's been one of the things that helps them so far, starting the set as strong as possible.
Pukas, a cross-court attempt, dug out. Now Sofia Maldonado Diaz going the other way with it. So back-to-back kills for Maldonado Diaz, and it's now 7-3.
Let's see whether the Arizona Wildcats could use this as a form of momentum to try to drive themselves closer to Washington State.
Now the serve upcoming. Long time from the Wildcats, so they did pick up back-to-back points, but now on the side out, Washington State ups their lead to a handful, and Pia Timmer trying to add to her already career night at the service line. Again, she had 4 aces earlier this season in that 5-setter with the Huskies, but this a career-high 6 and has done that in only 2 sets. This will be her first serve of set number 3. Wildcats get it to the right, hit over, and that time a kill for the Wildcats, and again it's Stubba who gets the kill. And the young player that we highlighted between sets 2 and 3 continuing to lead the way offensively for Arizona.
Yep, she's the one leading, having 7 kills. And she has 1 block, so she's also helping with what she can defensively. But right now, what Arizona needs is more power to the offense.
Meanwhile, after Herman had some time on the bench, she's back in now for the Wildcats. Argentina Ung is checked in for the Cougars. She gets it over, but dug out by Arizona. There was a tip from Sofia Maldonado Diaz. So again, she came into this 3rd set with only 3 kills and has already doubled up that total early here in the 3rd set.
Seems like the coach, whatever the coach must have told her, really worked, because now she's bringing up the fire. Hopefully it's not too late.
Argentina plays that serve on the sideline. Timmer from the back row has it blocked back, but Pia will cover. Now Argentina with a tip. Here comes the set outside from Maldonado Diaz, but that one hops off the net and finds the sideline. When it caromed off the net, it gave Carly Basham a different angle, and she couldn't quite get to it.
And that's really helped Arizona Wildcats to try to build up that momentum, as I keep on saying. Now they're on a 3-0 scoring run, and let's see whether they could try to overtake Washington State with the number of points on this set.
Meanwhile, a good serve. Cougars are scrambling. Timmer will get it across for Washington State. To the outside for Sofia Maldonado Diaz, and Arizona now with 4 consecutive points, and they are back in this 3rd set. It's now 8-7. Meanwhile, our up official is going to bring over an Arizona Wildcat. Not sure if there was an over celebration or just a word that was used that he wants to just say something to the Arizona team, but they're enjoying their best amount of success in this 3rd set with 4 consecutive points.
And someone that's really helped them so far has been Maldonado Diaz. She's had 5 kills so far just in this set.
Meanwhile, Magda Halasheva is going to get the touch. David Rubio not buying that there's a touch, and we will have our first challenge of the night. So David Rubio going to make his way over to the sideline to visit with his team, while Brian Brink is going to take a look now at the video monitor to see if he can detect the touch. It was ruled a touch, so therefore we will see if we have one or not. It's on the attempt from Magda Yahalasheva from the middle. So there comes the set to Magda, and then you see the two players going up there for Arizona, and on this angle, can you see that it hits one of those fingers for Arizona or not?
It seems like there's a little hit. It doesn't really change the direction of the ball, but when you look at the fingers, you can see like the finger move back a bit.
Yeah, here's another angle on the left-hand side. You see again, and I think it's the player as we're looking at it on the left. Does she put that finger on the ball? Does that hit the finger as it's going by off of Magda Yahalasheva? And so they will take a look to see if there's any different rotation on the ball, see if you can see a finger move backward when the ball goes by. And Brian Brink studying all the different angles that he has, both the ones here at the net as well as the ones that are from the back, and we will see what the referee has to say.
Seems like a very,
right
very
there.
tight decision.
What's that?
It seems like it's a tight decision and trying to see whether he touched her or not.
Yeah,
I think he did.
So, what's that?
I think it did.
I think it touched her.
Yeah.
I think that it will at least stand, but I don't know if there's going to be enough to overturn it unless there's perhaps a different angle, because the angles that we are showing you aren't necessarily all of the angles that Brian Brink, but our crew has done a pretty good job of it. And I just think that that one, again, does get the finger on its way by, and they are going to say indeed that it goes to Washington State, and the call is confirmed by Brian Brink. So Washington State will indeed pick up the point. Magda will pick up the kill. That is going to be her sixth, and it's now 9-7 in favor of the Cougars. Again, Cougars took the opening two sets by pretty wide margins, 25-16 and 25-12. Looking for a sweep tonight. Stubba continues to her good night for the Wildcats as she is now knocking on the door of double-digit kills herself, as she will get the side out for Arizona.
Yeah, both Maldonado Diaz and Puck Stubba are showing their attacking intent, as they both tied the number of kills leading Arizona's team.
So, serve to come here from Maldonado Diaz. There it's played by Argentino. Set to the right for Kalia Williams, who will tool it off the block attempt of Jalen Hodge, and Kalia Williams will pick up the kill. Again, the one thing that the Cougars have here with Hannah Pukas as the starting center for Washington State, and certainly we've seen Pia do quite a few amazing things tonight, but there's options. There's 3 or 4 options for Hannah Pukas out there when it comes to the attack.
That's true. We can see from the number of assists she's ranked, she's got 23 assists so far in the night, and that shows that she's got lots of options assisting various people.
This time, Pukas calls her own number and finds the back corner. As the pass coming to her, she says, that's good enough for me to put away, and Hannah does just that. The Cougars now an 11-8 advantage. Julia Norville serving now. That'll be an ace for Washington State, so rack up the 9th of the night for the Cougars. Again, 6 coming from Pia Timmer, 1 to Yahalasheva, 1 to Carly Basham, and now Julia Norville adds an ace to the total. Meanwhile, Sofia Maldonado Diaz will step out, and into the contest for her will come a substitution, so we will get to that in just a moment.
Gil's Joy.
So she has made her way in. Another good serve from Julia, set for Fellows on the right. Going at a sharp angle and finding the far sideline, they say. So the point goes to the Arizona Wildcats. And they will pick up the side out here. So 12-9, Washington State on top. Cougars looking to again do it in 3 straight here tonight and push their conference mark out to 9-4 on the season. There's an overpass, and Pukas did what she could with it, but Veit is there to put it away for Arizona, and the Wildcats will inch a little bit closer.
Vite scoring our second point of the night.
12-10. Washington State now with the lead. Pukas for Argentina Ung. Block back, covered by Basham. Now Kalia Williams from the right, another block back. Again, the Washington State Cougars get it and clear the net. Set outside for Hodge, and that misses long, but they're going to call a touch on the Cougars. Jen Greeny was not sure. The players saying no. Jen has not used a challenge yet and does not look like she's going to. Thought about it, came over, touched the challenge card, but did not issue it. So the serve from Arizona. And here comes the set this time for Argentina, going up the line, but that one misses wide. And the Arizona Wildcats playing some pretty consistent volleyball. Meanwhile, the Cougars, a couple errors as of late, and the Wildcats have come back to even up this third set at 12 apiece.
Exactly, they've had a 4-0 scoring run this past few, and that's helped them to even the game to 12-12.
Kalia Williams giving the Cougars the lead back as she will get the kill for Washington State to make it 13-12 as Tusa will come back in. She will replace Argentina as those two sharing that rotation, with Tusa playing the back row and serving, and Argentina playing the front row for Washington State.
Now Kalia Williams scoring our 5th point of the night, bringing her to the 3rd highest kills for the Washington State Cougars tonight.
Here's the set to the right for Vite, blocked back by Pia Timmer, but collecting it will be the Wildcats. There to play it will be Tusa. Now Timmer from the left-hand side, dug out by Hiapo. Hodge with an attempt, blocked back by Williams, covered by the Wildcats. Another attempt from Hodge, dug out by Basham. Now it's Timmer from the left for a tip. Hiapo will set up Hodge, blocked at the net by Washington State. Long rally this time, another block by the Cougars. Again covered by the Wildcats, and Hodge sends it over. Basham digs it out. Pukas with the over-the-shoulder flip, and that'll find the court.
And that was a perfect way to end that long rally.
One.
That was a very, very long rally, and the perfect way to end it with Piatima doing the trick play and just tipping it over the net, confusing the entire Arizona team.
Timeout for the Arizona Wildcats and David Rubio. So we'll step aside. Cougars looking to win this one in 3 straight. They're up 14-12 in the third in Coleman. Well, we welcome you back. 14-12, Washington State over Arizona. A lot of Cougar action happening this weekend. Tonight, the women's basketball team has an exhibition taking on Northwest Nazarene. And the WSU soccer team looking to secure the Apple Cup in Seattle. With all that happening, you need one place to keep track of it. Luckily, we've got you covered. Head over to WSUCougars.com for all your Cougar news. Find the latest scores and stats from games, post-game press conferences, and more. WSUCougars.com, by the way, 1-1 at halftime in the Apple Cup when it comes to soccer, as Todd Schulenberger and crew, they've just started their second half over in Montlake and looking for an Apple Cup win when it comes to soccer action.
The soccer team is having a very, very good season. With the shutouts they're having, with record and all of that. And just let's see whether they could come winning the Apple Cup.
So big one there as they've just started the second half. Meanwhile, out of the timeout, Arizona with a couple of quick points, including another block at the net by Vite. So the Wildcats, after trailing 14-12 at the timeout, 2 straight to even things up at 14 apiece. Meanwhile, the set comes outside for Pia Timmer. She goes down the line, but she also went outside the antenna to go down the line, and so that will be an attacking error. In Arizona, we have not said this yet tonight, leading Washington State now 15-14.
Yeah, now they're on a 3-0 scoring run, and that's helped them to turn the tide around in set 3.
All right, here's the good serve by the Wildcats, and they set up Timmer, who sends it over with dugout. Now tipped across the net. There to play it will be Penny Tusa. Kalia Williams has her attempt blocked back. Set outside for Pia. Goes with the left hand this time on the ball that was outside and dug out by the Wildcats. Basham setting up for Timmer once again. Dug out by the Wildcats once more. Now Tusa with the pass to Pukas. Kalia Williams has it blocked back by the Wildcats. Now Timmer, another swing, dug out again by Arizona. That one is a net violation whistled against Pia Timmer, and it's 4 straight Wildcat points.
Seems like they've been able to get their things around to try to challenge in the set, coming back from behind to start leading in the set. So let's see whether they can able to keep this attacking run they're having to try to win the set.
Tip of the hat to Arizona. They could have folded their tents and gone home after losing the first 2 sets the way they did and falling behind once again. Cougars won this one in 3, but now with some work to do here, they will be aided by a service error, so the Cougars get back to within 1 here at 16-15. And now it'll be Carly Basham serving for Washington State. Here comes the set to the middle, and finding the back line will be Jalen Hodge with the kill for Arizona. It's now 17-15.
That's Jalen Hodge's 4th kill of the night.
Meanwhile, how about Arizona having their best attacking percentage here in the 3rd set? They're now hitting better than 300 here in this 3rd set. Maggie Halashma with the attempt, dug out by the Wildcats, and another attempt, and Basham will have to play it. It's over the net. Arizona gets to it. Their attempt blocked down this time by Magda Yahalasheva and Pia Timmer. And so the Cougars will get the side out and get to within 1.
And I think something we've noticed from this set is, just like you said, Arizona is having the best hit percentage, having for this set at 282 right now, and that's better than Washington State's 188, and that's the reason why they're beginning to win the set.
So from Pukas, here's the set to the right. Veit has to hit it over with the left hand after not hooking up with her setter the way she wanted to, and now Pia Timmer back into the kill department as she will pick up her 12th kill. And we're now even once again. It is 17 apiece here in Pullman, as we're tied for the 3rd time in this 3rd set.
Seems like Piatima cooled down a bit when it came to the number of kills she was having. I could see that the fact that Washington State wasn't scoring points, but now she got a kill, making it a 12th kill of the night, and that was able to tie the game.
So 12 kills to go along with 6 aces and a couple of blocks. There's a block from Katie Ryan, and then as Sofia Maldonado-Diaz tried to fingertip it over, it hits the antenna. And so the Cougars will spring back into the lead here, 18-17.
And something you said earlier about the number of service aces Piatima has, that's something that Arizona hasn't done yet. They haven't had any service ace, and that's really affecting them compared to the number of service aces had by Washington State, which is 9.
A little bit wide on that attempt up the line from Hannah Pukas. So after 3 in a row from the Cougars, Arizona gets one back. So 9 aces for the Cougars, but that now their 8th service error, and it's 18 apiece here in the 3rd set. Arizona trying to keep things going. The Cougars trying to finish off the Wildcats in 3. Pukas, the outside for Timmer. Chiappo will play it. Set to the right. Stubba hits it over, dug out across the net and put away by Fellows, but Fellows also whistled in the net. Actually, she is not whistled. Now she is. I thought for a minute Brian Brink was going number 10, but he does call Fellows for the violation. So on the net violation, the Cougars once again edge out in front, 19-18.
Now they're back on lead for the 3rd set. Let's see whether Arizona could try to tie things and go back on lead.
There's the serve from Pia Timmer, just a little bit long as she was gunning for ace number 7 of the night. Unable to bring that one home for the Cougars. We've gone through some of the numbers for Pia Timmer. By the way, 6 aces, quite a few in a 3-setter. 7, the most in 4 sets, and the 6 that Pia Timmer has had would tie the most for a 3-set win, but the Cougars still have to finish off the win, and that one would help from Katie Ryan as she picks up the kill for Washington State, and the Cougars up now 20-19.
Katie Ryan scoring her 3rd point of the night. She's had 2 blocks so far.
By the way, if you're wondering, Cindy Baker with 7 aces, the most in a career match for the Cougars. Cindy doing that against Idaho State back in 1988, and that one came in 4 sets.
So it means that Piatima, if she gets one more ace, not only would she tie the most when it comes to number of aces, but she would also be the one when it comes to number of aces in 3 sets. She'll be number 1 on that.
Now tied with Adrian Hancock and Haley McDonald with her 6 aces, 3-3. There's Penny Tusa trying to win the point, and then Arizona on a joust that was developing at the net. Harmon ends up into net, so Emily Herman is called for the net violation, and it's 21-20 Washington State. Meanwhile, looks like we might have something on the floor, a little bit of moisture, so they'll grab out the towel. Jen Greeny, I think, spotted it and wants to get it cleaned up. And so they will grab the towel out and do a little bit of maintenance on the floor. And it's now 21-20 with the Cougars back to the service line, and it will be Julia Norville at the service line. Here's the serve. Here's the play to the right, and Fellows gets it past Penny Tusa, who goes down, gets back up. She, I think, was scared more than anything as she got tied up with Fellows. And then has a big smile on her face. Again, the 2 players coming together, and when you first saw it, you had a little bit of fear in your heart for Penny Tusa because it looked like she was grimacing and reaching for that leg, but then you realized that she felt okay and got back up again.
Yeah, it seems like she was in a lot of pain, but thankfully she was able to get back on her feet.
Cougs end up getting the point. It's now 22-20. Here's the attempt from the Wildcats, but dug out by Washington State and sent over by Tusa. Now it'll be Emery Herman, the setter, getting the kill for Washington State, trying to, again, catch them a little off guard before they can set up their block, and Herman will pick up the kill to bring the Wildcats to within 1. Penny Tusa, by the way, in her 5th year at Washington State. She is playing her 130th match in a Cougar uniform. And that is not only in the top 10 in Cougar history, but she moves past 3 other players and ties Carrie Couturier for 4th most matches played in a Cougar uniform.
Wow, she's been a mainstay in WSU for the past few years, and that's been wonderful in helping the team.
Kalia Williams gets a kill off the block, and it's now 23-21. By the way, if you break it down by sets, this is the 480th set that Penny Tusa has played, and that ties Kristen Hovde for the 2nd most sets played in Cougar history. Only Alexis Durigi has played in more sets in Cougar history.
Do you have an idea what that figure is?
That figure is 505, so 25 more for Penny Tusa. You want to add another number to Penny Tusa? That's her 133rd ace, and that ties her for 2nd all-time in Cougar history. I know you got the question. LaToya Harris is in 1st, and she's now 10 behind LaToya Harris.
I think that's the record that she could maybe beat.
Trying to move into 2nd by herself there, but that one ends up a little long, so the Cougars fail to wrap it up on their 1st match. But again, the 5th-year player, Penny Tusa, all over the record book when it comes to Washington State history.
She's got her name written in almost all the record books, and that's a fantastic thing for a player.
2nd attempt at match point for Washington State. This one off of Arizona serve, and Kalia Williams will put it away. And Washington State will indeed finish this one off in 3 sets tonight. So another sweep for Washington State. They get it done 25-16, 25-12, and 25-22. The Cougars ranked 21st in the country, improved to 15-8 on the season, 9-4 in the conference, while Arizona drops to 14-10. The Wildcats dip below 500 in Pac-12 plays. They're now 6-7. Player of the match probably has to be Pia Timmer, doesn't it, Enoch?
Exactly. I mean, she basically led the entire Washington State Cougars team today with 12 kills and 6 service aces. And that 6 service aces was more than half of the service aces that Washington State got, which was 10. And that just shows how good she was as an attacking force for the WSU team today.
Meanwhile, for her, again, the 6 aces ties the most in a 3-set match in Cougar history. 20.5 points when you add up 12 kills, 6 aces, 2 solo blocks, and a block assist. That's in the top 5 all time in a 3-set match. And again, more importantly for the 21st ranked Cougars, another win, and they get it done with another sweep. The Cougars, depending on what happens with UCLA and Utah, could move into 3rd place by themselves, or they could stay with Utah, but move even closer to the conference leaders, UCLA.
Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic weekend, basically, especially with the fact that they still play Arizona State later on Sunday, and that's going to be a fantastic matchup to watch.
So the Cougars again get it done. Kalia Williams puts it away. Arizona had a little fight in them in that 3rd set, but the Cougars win at 25-22 in the 3rd. And again, the 21st ranked Cougars now 9-4 in the conference, 15-8 overall. 11:30, a little bit of a schedule change for Washington State. So 11:30 Sunday against the Sun Devils. And oh, by the way, Enoch, don't forget to set your clock back.
Definitely. You all shouldn't forget daylight savings. Set your clock back and get that extra hour of sleep on Sunday.
Might as well. Cougs win it in 3. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, the 21st ranked Cougars with the sweep over Arizona tonight.